you don't define your future self, the system will. And the system will keep you busy, burned out, and broke, trading time for money, decade after decade. So I started asking myself, what version of me am I building? I gave myself a 5-year plan, not to quit medicine, but to build a portfolio of real estate assets. I wasn't just learning anymore, I was becoming. The biggest shift wasn't financial, it was identity.
This is my time. I'm on the ride.
Hi, I'm Kyle Stephenson, and you're listening to the Assets and Orthopedics Podcast. This show is for high-income professionals who want to think like the wealthy. We focus on elevating mindsets, building empires, and creating a lasting legacy. Our goal is to empower you with financial intelligence, long-term strategies, and the mindset shifts necessary to achieve true financial freedom. We dive into real estate investing, entrepreneurship, and wealth-building systems that help you break free from the grind and live with purpose. At Legacy RX, we live by a simple creed. Be bold, embrace the hunt, unleash the beast. It's time to take action, design a life of purpose, and fearlessly pursue the freedom you deserve. Enjoy the podcast. There is nothing noble in being superior to your fellow men. True nobility lies in being superior to your former self. That was a quote by Ernest Hemingway. That quote hits hard, and it's what today's episode of Assets and Orthopedics Podcast is all about. Becoming the person your future self will thank you for. If you followed the show, you know I built my life and this podcast around the 5 pillars of fulfillment: faith, fitness, family, finances, and today, the 5th F, future self. This one pulls it all together. We live in a culture that prioritizes now. We chase more, we grind more, we consume more. Most people wake up reacting to life, emails, schedules, social media, burnout. But living in alignment with your future self, that's intentional. That's rare. Every decision you make today either compounds toward or away from the version of you that you were designed to become. As doctors and high-income professionals, we think the training and the income will be the payoff. But here's the truth. If you don't define your future self, the system will. And the system will keep you busy, burned out, and broke, trading time for money, decade after decade. So I started asking myself, what version of me am I building? What do I want my life to look like in 5, 10, 20 years? What does freedom actually look like? Let me take you back to 2021, just after COVID. I was still deep in the grind of medicine, but something was pulling at me. I gave myself a 5-year plan, not to quit medicine, but to build a portfolio of real estate assets that could create passive income and minimize taxes. I was done just reading the Bigger Pockets and listening to podcasts. I wanted to take action. That's when I coined a mantra I still use today. Dream big, do bigger. So I started buying. My first deal was a single family rental using the BRRRR method. Then I ventured into Airbnb. Then I jumped into commercial multifamily, eventually hotel, self-storage, industrial, and more multifamily. And now I have people coming to me to be a general partner on their deals. I wasn't just learning anymore, I was becoming. But here's the real transformation. The biggest shift wasn't financial, it was identity. I didn't just want to make more money. I wanted to become someone with ownership, influence, and clarity. So I did something uncomfortable. I launched this podcast, Assets and Orthopedics. And what I've learned is this: you are always one connection away from a golden opportunity. This podcast became the gateway for me. It opened doors, built relationships, and attracted exactly the kind of people I needed to learn from. One of the most pivotal connections I've made on this journey, a man named Richard C. Wilson. If you don't know Richard, he's the founder of the Family Office Club, the largest community of ultra-wealthy investors in the world with over 7,500 members and more than $500 billion in capital relationships. He's advised billionaires, closed 9-figure deals, and hosts over 300 investor events globally. But here's what really stood out to me. Richard lives with intentionality. He doesn't just teach wealth, he models alignment. I heard on a previous podcast that every single morning before his early workout, he reads a 1-pager he wrote himself, a summary of who he wants to be, what he's building, and how he shows up in the world for himself, his wife, his kids, as well as his businesses and the people around him. That moved me. So I reached out. not to pitch, but to learn. I said, I love what you're doing. Could you please send me that one-pager template so I can better myself? And that sparked a relationship. I brought him on the podcast. We connected deeply. And eventually we decided to build something powerful together. Today, I read my own one-pager every morning, just like Richard advised. Mine includes my short-term and long-term goals, how I want to treat my wife every day, how I want to lead my children every day, Bible verses and quotes that ground me, and the people I strive to emulate. It's become my daily anchor, my filter for decisions and direction. And now, Richard and I are partnering to launch something special for physicians who want more than status and salary, the Doctors Investor Club, built by doctors, backed by billionaires. A private community where MDs and DOs can access elite deal flow, AI tools, and wealth building strategy without pressure, hype, or fluff. Just real access, real alignment, and real ownership. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, this next part might sound a little cheesy. It's something that truly anchored me these past few years. And it started as a mental model, something simple I could repeat when I felt overwhelmed or distracted. Over time, it became a personal philosophy. I call it DICE. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. It kind of sounds like a Tony Robbins acronym. And I created it while I was running one day. And I feel like you get the most creative when you're alone with your thoughts, whether it's working out or maybe meditation for you. But for me, it's working out, especially when I'm running. I can get this accomplished. So the quote is, don't roll the dice on your future. Use dice to create it. What is dice? Dice is discipline, integrity, consistency, enthusiasm, DICE. This isn't just motivational fluff. These are 4 values that keep me grounded when things get hard, when distractions creep in, and when the short-term temptations try to pull me off track. So let's go through the 4. Discipline. Choosing what you want most over what you want now. Starting the day with intention. Moving my body when I don't feel like it. Reading the Bible when I'm busy. Honoring my time blocks over my emotions. Discipline isn't pressure. It's freedom in disguise. Number 2, integrity. Living your values, even when no one's watching. Showing up for my wife with love, not just presence. Leading my kids by example, not just advice. Saying no to good things that distract me from great things. Integrity is what builds trust when no one's keeping score. Consistency. The boring work that compounds into legacy. Weekly date nights. Morning quiet time. Sunday planning. Daily reps in business and learning. Consistency is the multiplier of everything that matters. Enthusiasm. Bringing energy and gratitude no matter what life throws at you. This is a hard one. Not fake hype, but fierce purpose. Having passion in the process. Embracing the hunt. Seeing every obstacle as a setup for growth. Enthusiasm turns discipline into delight. My dad, who passed away recently, would wake us up in the morning as kids saying, if you think enthusiastic, then you'll be enthusiastic. And I think that sums it up. So when you live with discipline, integrity, consistency, and enthusiasm, DICE, your 5 F's aren't just a list. They become your lifestyle. This is how you stop reacting and start designing. This is how you step into your future self. At first, the growth can be slow, but like compound interest, the curve will steepen, faster than expected, bigger than imagined. Here's the question I ask every day. Would my future self thank me for this? That phone scroll, that skipped workout, that financial decision, that one more shift I said yes to. Your future self is your best advisor. Use them as a filter. Every choice either compounds your alignment or your regret. So here's your challenge today. Write a letter from your future self to your current self. Say what you're proud of, what you finally started, what you stopped tolerating, and who you became. Then read it every morning for 30 days. Let it anchor your identity, not your outcomes. Then text me or reach out to me and let me know if this worked for you. Your future self is real. They're waiting, they're watching, and they're hoping you'll stop defaulting and start designing. Because becoming superior to your former self, that's not just noble, that's legacy. And if this resonated, you're exactly who we are building Doctors Investor Club for. It's where MDs and DOs go to invest with clarity, strategy, and elite level access. Built by doctors, backed by billionaires. We'd love to have you. So stay tuned for more information regarding the Doctors Investor Club. Let's go build the future together.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down. I'm too
Thank you for tuning in to the Assets and Orthopedics Podcast. If you're ready to elevate your mindset, build your empire, and create a lasting legacy, don't miss the inaugural Legacy RX Conference on October 24th and 25th in Indianapolis, Indiana. It will be a transformative weekend designed to help you unlock your potential, take bold action, and redefine your future. Visit LegacyRxConference.com to grab your ticket and join the movement. Until next time, be bold, embrace the hunt, unleash the beast.